You know, on national radio last week, I was quoted as having said that it was probably inevitable that there would be tens of thousands of jobs lost in the mining sector over the next year or so. In fact, I think I said 30 to 50,000. However, I did qualify that, and that was left out of the quote. I said it is because of the system in which we have to operate. And that is the important factor. I'm not making a moral judgment, I'm merely making a statement of fact. A system which is based on a competition and accumulation and which prioritizes profit must end up in this situation. And this is the background to the crisis talks on mining that were convened this week by the Minister of Mineral Resources, Noako Ramatlhodi. But it really worries me that these talks have only come about now. They were actually going to be scheduled for October, because they should have happened so much earlier. I mean, this crisis, this economic crisis, this crisis in commodity prices, has been looming for at least 2 or 3 years, certainly since Marikana as well, in terms of wages and profits, etc. And the prime responsibility for dealing with this does come down to government, which is in a very awkward balancing position. It needs, on one hand, the votes of the massive miners, on the other, the funding from the companies, whether it's through tax receipts or whichever way you want to do it. And at this stage, of course, the workers probably have a little bit more leverage than they normally do, because we have an election coming up, local government elections, next year. But we're at a stalemate, with the workers demanding a certain amount and the companies claiming that they cannot afford it because they do not have the profits. It's a classic stalemate. So all we can hope for is that there will be some innovative thinking at these crisis talks to come up with a compromise. And it's always, because again, because of the system, it always has to be a compromise. Because neither party, none of the parties, neither government, nor the companies, nor the unions, can really afford to have major disruption within the mining industry. But the company should also come clean, openly and honestly. They may have done so, but it doesn't, to many of the workers, appear so, about their books, their income and expenditure. For example, if you go back 10 years ago, the gold price peaked at $510 an ounce, and the rand was worth 6 rand to $1. Today, even today, with a slide in the prices, the gold price is still in dollars over $1,100. That's more than a 100% increase. And the rand, well, $1 buys 12 rand 70 cents. That's about 110, 111% increase. Miners, of course, know about this and worry about it. They also are angry about the wage and welfare gap between CEOs and directors, etc., and their own wages, which are relatively a pittance, and yet they risk their lives daily. Anyway, this is the whole background to this, I think, will be the focus for my Inside Labour column, which you can read on this platform tomorrow, Fin24, and a version of which you'll be able to read in the City Press business section on Sunday. There's a lot to talk about here, a lot to debate, and we'd like to hear your comments. There's the comment column below, and also you can communicate with me directly at editor at fin24.com. That's editor at fin24.com. Let's hear if you have any suggestions about what could be a solution or solutions to the problem within the current system or even outside of the current system. Looking forward to hearing from you. And for this week, that's all from me. Cheers.